All right, folks,
Daughter's starting.
gonna call the meeting in order. Please, everybody stand up. We're gonna say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're gonna call roll. Present.
Steve Rocket, absent. Dave Castellanos.
Here.
Ron Ware.
Here.
Jenny Horsburn. Here. Robert Oshie.
Here.
Katie Fesco.
Here.
Levon Whitaker.
Present.
Next item of business, are there anybody that would like to make a comment, help us keep things going? Speak now, forever hold your peace. There's the thing. Anybody? Moving right along. Approval of minutes from the May 26th or May 20th, 26th meeting. Anybody?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from May 20th, 2026.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pass. Chairman's report. I'm just going to be brief. A lot of rain out there. I just want to thank our executive director and all our partners out in the field to keep things flowing. Things seem to be going well. And also kudos to Mr. Repay taking the bull by the horns over the weekend with the issue we've had with the pump station. So good job. Let's keep going. With that, I'll lead right into executive director's report. Repay.
Yeah, we thank you for the thank you. Need to thank the city of Hammond as well. They responded rather quickly when we called on them this past Sunday for 94 flooding. It's currently flooding right now. So we're working on it. We had a great meeting with NDOT, and we're gonna have another great meeting on Friday to talk about some issues that possibly could help make that go better. So unfortunately, most of our projects are underwater. The Hart Ditch Stabilization one is not working right now. It hasn't been going for the last week and a half. The Rock Riffle extension is working or is going, and it has been progressing. Sandbar modification is underwater, and we are stopped and probably will be stopped for about a week or so. When I wrote NDOT partnership, I was doing this report before it rained, and now we have a partnership that's going to last a little bit longer. We are hoping to work with them to improve the drainage on 94, and hopefully communication will be better, and for the sake of all the motorists that were stranded on 94, that will be able to get to their places or destinations. So the levee analysis project, that's the one where we're doing the boring. Some borings that is going to commence in July, finish sometime in 27, because it takes that long. US 41 pump station, that is a pump station that we did officially get from the NDOT, and that work will begin later this month. And then the hydraulic model that you guys all saw, they are going to be completing it here in 45 days. And then there will be some additional stuff that we want maybe to do. Either it's a bathymetric survey or maintenance of that model. So nice outside now. Later on, you're going to see some applications that request for funding: Spring Street ditch and 117th Avenue drainage study. The Southmore Park drainage improvement is pulled because they had other priorities to deal with in the town of Maryville. And then Wisconsin Street Bridge is also up for discussion. We've got some people here that so we did have a heck of a rain event. The system seems to have worked well. The gauges, if you were bored, you should go check them out and see. But there was good communication. We had probably, Jodi, 25 people here. We had our O&M meeting, luckily enough, where everyone showed up. Gary, Hammond, Munster, Griffith, Highland. So everyone was here. And we talked about the coming rain and what we have done. But everything else should be fine. We just need a couple more dry days that we'll be hopefully in good shape. With that, I would take questions or further explanation. You want to see
Just,
video?
Just for question purposes, approximately how many cars a day roll through I-94?
220,000 vehicles a day go on 94. So how that really happened was I went to breakfast actually. I saw it on social media. There was a problem. I just drove over there, got a hold of state police. State police said we can't get a hold of, there was communication issues. We started the pump. That's the short version. Between us and Hammond Sanitary, then we had to call some contractors out. By the way, it's always fun also when people are driving around, they can't get where they need to, and they're not from this area. They start making U-turns where they shouldn't be. A lot of happy motorists.
It's all crazy out there. Any
It
questions,
is
folks?
NDOT's pump. We have an agreement that is out there right now to take it over for maintenance purposes. It hits, yeah, for maintenance, not for ownership, for maintenance. It hasn't been signed yet by the state, so we are still waiting. That will be probably soon happening.
Hopefully sooner than later.
I don't know.
Anybody else with some questions?
Sorry, was running late to this meeting, so.
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, Robert.
Can you give us a brief report on the Kennedy Avenue Bridge
I
reconstruction?
can give you a Kennedy Avenue. I have a phone a friend here too, but I won't put him on the spot.
Ah,
So
That's right.
what they're doing right now is doing the work, and he'll correct me if I'm wrong, to help facilitate with the traffic pattern change that's gonna happen. You've got people coming off Kennedy Avenue. It's gonna go down to one lane in each direction. The west side of the road is gonna be knocked out. So there was a small delay with NIPSCO because NIPSCO was busy putting up power poles in Maryville. After those got knocked down, but the bridge deck should be starting to be removed next week. Lucky-ish. All right, ish. We'll go the next week after that. So probably the last week in June. We'll go with that for the time being.
I guess that aligns with your MOT plan that you submitted. As part of our,
I didn't know he was gonna use them, but now I'm using them.
well, it's good that he's here.
Predicated off NIPSCO.
Okay.
Predicated on NIPSCO.
So coordinated with NIPSCO's.
So NIPSCO finally got their 408 permit, and then they had some other sidebar issues that they had to handle.
And some other emergencies at attend to.
Yeah. And Drain High School,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
More pressing ideas here.
Well, that whole North Broadway corridor.
Yeah, they got slammed.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? All right, thanks, Dan.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
just on the note of record, we have to make sure the chairman, 2 appointments, one.
oh, I'm sorry.
Katie,
Katie, I'm
that's the
very
new-
sorry. My bad.
Yeah. She was the new
Yeah.
appointment, so she's a new appointment, and Mr. Baker was not reappointed. So those are 2 separate, not correlated, just happens what it is. But I have to make that a.
But I do want to introduce our newest commission
Yeah.
member, Katie Fesco. Welcome to the team and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you for the.
And I apologize about catching that earlier.
No, you're good. You're good.
An odd day.
It's a little different out there today. A lot of rain. But everything's flowing nicely.
Yes.
That's probably the most important. So we're gonna go to the next item is the approval of claims for June of 2026, the revised one. What's the
I could talk.
Wheel.
And just for the record further, because Tom is vice chairman, he is now taking over the meetings. He elevated, so. All right, we will go down the list. Grimmer Construction, $455,797.21. That's a Rock Riffle Trail Extension. That is scheduled to be actually done July 1st. So that is progressing well because it's out of the water. $363,261 for Northern Indiana Mechanical. That's for the sandbar. They were about probably 8 days from completing, but right now they're in a holding pattern until they have a dry spot. The ones highlighted in blue were all the ones directly related to the rain event on that Sunday with dealing with I-94. I came in sanitary district for $1,300. Conch Enterprises for 1,200. So we had all these different groups come out to try to help facilitate the water. That's why we amended the claim list. We don't like to amend the claim list, as you know, but in the event that they came out on a Sunday, I mean, with no questions asked, we asked them, they came out within an hour. It was important. So if anything else, we were in the midst of our second mowing cycle. They finished it actually Monday, but there's CNH mowing for 29,500. Everything else I could answer if there was a specific question.
We have a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make go ahead.
Go on.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the claims for June of 2026 in the amount of $1,113,968.91.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Anybody got questions regarding a specific item on the claim sheet? With that said, Ms. Lambert?
Linsky,
Yes.
Dave Castellanos,
Yes.
Ron Ware,
Yes.
Jenny Forsberg. Yes. Robert Ochi,
Yes.
Katie Fesco.
Yes.
Levon Whitaker.
Yes.
Okay. We've got quite a few presentations this evening. Dan, why don't you
Yeah, so the first one that we have here is a Spring Street ditch culvert replacement. Spring Street ditch runs parallel with 41 and it ties into Katy Marsh ditch. Right by, I'm using landmarks, I guess, is Minor Dun. Just to the east of Minor Dun. It takes in a lot of water from Highland and Cherville. We have two culverts that have collapsed. Lake County is going to take the lead on this. And they're looking for $73,000 for us. And who's speaking for anyone?
He's online.
Oh, they're online.
Yes,
Hey.
Joe.
Hi. It's your show. Go ahead, Joe.
Right, I'm going to share my PowerPoint here. Okay. Start from the beginning. Can you guys see my screen?
We can.
You can?
We can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I'll get going. So first off, thank you to the commission for having me tonight to present. My name is Joe Wilk. I work at Christopher Burke Engineering, and I'm here on behalf of the Lake County Surveyor's Office and Lake County Drainage Board for construction funding requests for the Spring Street Ditch culvert replacement. You can see on my map here that this is located just southeast of Indianapolis Boulevard, and I believe that is, you can see on my screen here, all this 45th Street. So if you see my cursor, Spring Street Ditch runs south to north through here in Highland. So project overview, replacement of a failing culvert onto the Spring Street Ditch. Local sponsor, as I said, Lake County Drainage Board. It's within the Katy Marsh Ditch watershed. Spring Street Ditch feeds into that. From the 2021 comprehensive plan for the commission, failing culverts along Spring Street Ditch were noted to be a priority. So this is one of them. And estimated start and completion for construction, hoping to do sometime later this summer. This is a photo of the culvert on the upstream end along Spring Street. Some more existing conditions. It's regulated drain right from the Lake County Surveyor's Office. And as you can see on this photo, this is me standing in the middle of the channel. It is, the bottom's corroding out. We have some flow lines getting up about halfway, and it's seen better days. I was looking at aerials the other day, and it looks to be like it was installed likely in the late 1970s. So we're approaching 50 years, and that's about a typical lifespan of a culvert. So some of the problems, again, failing, restricting flow, conveyance during storm events, any type of failure in a culvert could increase flood risks to surrounding businesses and local roadways in this area. And as we all know, each year it seems like there's greater runoff from urban areas and our rainfall rates are rising. So we want to make sure we get this culvert properly restored in the near future. This is a photo from the top. There's 3 driveways that go overhead, and there are sinkholes forming due to the loss of the structural integrity of the pipe. I actually walked through this pipe, and there's some parts where it's starting to collapse in. So proposed improvements, we want to remove that failing circular culvert and actually install a slightly upsized from a 72-inch circular to a 70-inch equivalent pipe arch due to the lack of cover that it currently has. That's why those sinkholes are forming. There's only less than a foot of cover between the top of pavement and the top of pipe. So a pipe arch will give us a little bit more cover, closer to 2 feet. And also embed that culvert per IDEM standards to help with stream continuity, give that 6 inches of sand gravel on the bottom like in this photo, and as well as stabilize banks on the upstream and downstream end to help. There's some erosion just on the downstream side where the culvert outlet is. So some elements, basically just said, removing that culvert, that 6-inch substrate, and then some site restoration for those driveways and the grassed areas on top for this property. Project benefits, we're getting a slightly upsized culverts, which would be great for hydraulic capacity, convey floodwaters on a day such like today. Again, reduce that flood risk to surrounding areas. And, that 6-inch natural bottom actually, it helps with fish and wildlife passage, but also protects the culvert bottom from corrosion like we've seen in a lot of other culverts in the one at hand. So hoping to get pretty good lifespan on this new culvert. Now the project is been approved to go to bid, seek bids. So we don't have the low bid yet, but the total estimated construction cost is roughly $182,500. Funding amount requested from locale is $73,000. Share a total project cost of $40,000. So thank you, and I'll take questions.
I've got a few. Is this out to bid yet?
No,
But it's fully designed?
correct.
Is there a reason you guys didn't go with the concrete box culvert?
The price on that goes up quite exponentially.
Okay.
And we've seen a lot of these lower trafficked driveways such as this. These contacts the company that does a lot of these corrugated metal pipes.
Mhm.
We've had quite success on the past and more lower trafficked roadways and driveways.
Because it's just a driveway.
Correct.
And you had mentioned, is this a regulated drain?
Correct. Regulated drain for the Drainage Board, Lake County.
And how big of a bigger capacity? You say you're increasing the size of the drain
So right now it's
percentage wise?
So I'm not good at simple math here, but we're going from a 28 square foot opening to a 30 square foot opening.
Okay.
So nothing drastic, but definitely a benefit. And there's restrictions upstream and downstream of here. So until all successive culverts each way were to be upsized.
And when do you anticipate going out for bid?
In the next week or two.
Okay. That's all the questions I have. Anybody else?
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
No.
Levon, go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Good presentation, Joe. Appreciate it. What's the material spec comparison from the existing one versus this one being proposed? Are they both just plain steel, or is it this one stainless steel?
It's aluminum. It's a corrugated metal pipe or aluminum. And then they, back in the 70s, they just whatever seemed like was on the back of the truck, they probably installed. Nowadays, you galvanize the metal with a coating to help with longevity. So it's definitely much better material than what is currently out there.
Okay. And do you have an estimated lifespan versus the 50 years, what this one would be?
Probably I'd call it the 50 to 75 year range is usually what, and again, this culvert is past its lifespan as you see the photo from inside. So And right now, I'm estimating it's around 45 years old. It probably should have been replaced a few years ago.
Okay. All right, that was all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, Town of Winfield, 117th Avenue Drainage Improvement, Mr. Repay.
You want to come up here from DLD representing the town of Winfield? As explained to me, they have several flooding issues here normally on this road, and they want to put together a more comprehensive plan. That'd be somewhat accurate.
Yes.
All right,
Quite accurate.
I listened then.
Okay, are we?
Yeah, if you want to share. Can you share?
Sure.
Here's what's gonna happen if I have to start, get on the Zoom. If I have to be the technical support, we're really in trouble. Right there. That share.
So forgive me, I don't use this laptop. I have a desktop, so
I figured.
I'm being trained as I go on this one. But let me get this up to full screen. All right, so as I said, this is 117th Street, and to go on down, this is where it's located. It's along the old railroad bed and on 117th Street in Winfield. And for quite a while, it's been some issues with drainage. You can see here, as the roadway get overwhelmed with water, and as well, of course, this was winter time too, but you see there's very little ditches or anything on the side, and it aging the pavement faster, and it's also, being a hazard for driving. Continue on. This is the low section, and I'll get to where it's located on the thing, but you can see it's just overwhelming it. Again, one thing, we're going to look at this picture again, but you might keep it in your mind a little bit, because you see the railroad on the left-hand side of the picture, and you see where the ditch is, and I'll kind of continue through. So the town did an investigation on the watershed, and it's served by a single culvert under the railroad. And of course, the railroad culverts are notoriously small. I don't really meant to do any much of conveyance. So the elevation on the roadway side would be the north side of that is like 683 feet. And the distance to that low point, and I'll have a map up shortly to show you, is about 1,500 feet. So to do, originally the town looked at the simple way to take care of this. Let's just do roadside ditch. It didn't work out so good, because if you put a slope in at 1%, we have to get 15 feet change of elevation. As you go down to the other side of that low point, it's only 691. So doing the math, we don't get our 15 feet, we get about 9 or whatever, from 683 to 691. So we continued on looking at this thing, and here's the location of it. The low point you see is down there about 1,500 feet, and then you see the culvert outfall in the side at 674. Okay, that could be a little good news, or at least we were hoping. But as all stories go, this one didn't end up so nicely. So, we realized you can't do a ditch at that elevation of the inlet side of that culvert. So we began to look at the south side. But then you go back to the same thing. If you go down there, we can get that elevation all the way down to 1,500 feet. But now the ditch is about 9 feet wide next to the road. And as you go through it 3-to-1 slopes, we would have needed about 36 feet of open space to put a ditch at some points in this thing. So we go through, and that's the picture you saw earlier. There really isn't a lot of space between the roadway and that railroad bed. So, and as all stories go, there's an 8-inch gas line we come to find out on between the road and the railroad bed. And that's a huge, as far as the gas line goes. So now, we've got to keep cover on it. It's 4 feet deep. There's just no way that we can put a ditch over there that's going to serve this area. So that's what kind of led us to the next thing is coming in, and also looking at the watershed. There's almost 100 acres coming down to this thing. So what we want to do is restudy this thing and try to get a culvert under the railroad and get it down low enough, but we're going to have to create a storm sewer to do it. And that's what the request is really about. We're going to do, do the storm sewer and do preliminary design on that, so we know what we're doing with. And with that, storm sewer, we gotta check that watershed, make sure the pipes are sized right, and then we gotta look at detention because, we're gonna be conveying water a whole lot quicker down there. And the only place to do that will be down at the south side, on the south side of the railroad bed, which is prime farm ground right now. So we need the plans and sizing of the ditch to begin to approach the landowners and say, hey, we need to do detention. What can you let us do? And of course, we want to address a little bit of water quality by modifying that pond. So that's it in a quick nutshell of what happened and what it took to get there. And so, here we just would like to request assistance for the study and preliminary plans. We anticipated a cost of $58,500 and are asking for 80% of $46,800 from the commission. Did I cover enough? Anyone got questions?
Engineering. So this is strictly for engineering and design. Is there an ancillary thing that we're doing? Is there development going on? Is that why you're asking for this, or future development, or?
117th, Crown Point just put a school down the road, and this 117th is getting to be very busy road all year round. So you saw the flooding, that's going to be an issue with, the buses and everyone else going, as well as the rest of the town. So it's becoming more of an artery for the town than it used to be. So we're trying to just get it addressed, and that's really about all we're going to stop with at the roadway. But we do have to kind of go to the north side of the road with the storm sewer because of that gas line.
And a question,
Go ahead,
Tom,
Robert.
is this is a tributary to what ditch it flows into? Is that Beaver Dam ditch?
I would think so.
It's just down the.
It's that or or Niles ditch, one of the two. Not too many other that go that way.
I mean, we did a study, I think, Dan, 3 or 4 years ago,
On Beaver Dam.
right? And there's capacity for that ditch with all the development further west. But,
I'm looking for it.
yeah.
Eventually gets to because of
Is
this.
this, was that part of that study? I don't think
Beaver Dam,
his
Turkey
study
Creek.
is considered that.
This is probably quite a bit upstream of that.
But it does drain into Beaver Dam eventually.
That's my guess.
Okay.
I can get that to you a little bit.
I should have known.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, just considering totality of that whole area, how it flows in and how it drains.
Well, from that drain that goes through the field, it ends up into another tributary before it hits the legal drain on the other end. And that tributary is in a low lying area, so it needs the detention too.
Is the roadway in Winfield proper, or is it a county road?
It is in Winfield at that point.
Is the one existing drain regulated?
That we're going to outfall to?
Yeah.
No, not. Again, this one drains down into another drain that is a trib, but it's still not a regulated drain. The next drain is a regulated drain through there.
Okay.
Anybody else got questions? If we've got others, we'll forward them through Dan.
Thank you.
Anybody? We're good? All right. So the third item on the list was gonna be the Maryville Stormwater Utility, but they're gonna delay that till next month. We're a future date. They are dealing with a lot of stuff going on right now, which we can understand. After that, we got the City of Hobart, Lake County, Wisconsin Street Bridge Causeway. Yeah, good, Dan.
You hit it. I mean, it's a part of our Deep River study. Glenn's here. I don't know if Dwayne, are you on this one or not? No. Yeah, Dwayne's on this one. Dwayne Elvison from Lake County Highway. Are you gonna present from there or are you?
I will call it there. All right.
So they're gonna present on the the bridge, and I think there's been some small changes to their design, and they'll explain that to you as to the hydrology of Lake George and Hobart. Do I need to be your IT support too? I think I'm. Jodi's laughing at it.
There we go. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Glenn Peterson, project manager with SEH, working with the city of Hobart and Lake County on this project. This one has been in the works for quite some time. We've had a number of delays with utilities out on this site. I will say that this project goes back to the 2015 Deep River Flood Mitigation Study. The Wisconsin Street Bridge in conjunction with the CF&E Railroad Bridge and the 3rd Street bridges that the commission has previously participated in. This is Wisconsin Street back in the 2008 flood, which was and the overtopping event here. As part of that study, we had an existing 110-foot span of Wisconsin Street. There's been structural deficiencies on this project, I think, since we started this project in about 2018 on the design side of things. Currently, it's load rated for 12 tons to go across here. We're at the point now where we can't wait any longer on this bridge, and we need to start moving forward on this in order to have this safe bridge through here. So proposed on this project, we do have a 140-foot span that was proposed on this project. This does have a low member elevation that exceeds the 100-year elevation out there. What this does, and I do have a table in just a second here, of the summary of all of the kind of design flow elevations through here. Where we're at on this project is out to bid. We have extended our bid deadline on this project because as we got into the Hobart Dam analysis that you guys saw last month, there were some changes here. We had proposed to raise the road, the causeway, up about 3.5 feet from the low point. As we've continued, or as we did that Deep River, the dam analysis, and some initial feedback from contractors was an extremely costly effort. Extremely difficult and extremely long time frame. So we pulled back the initial bid or extended the bid date here so we could issue an addendum to just reconstruct the roadway in its existing elevation or just resurface the roadway in its existing elevation and to build the dam build this roadway or reconstruct the bridge with the expanded opening there. So the Hobart Dam project just kind of gives you guys a quick summary here. So the top line here is that corrected effective. This is the 2014 model data that was done originally. At Wisconsin Street, the elevation, the BFE was 612.60. With the railroad bridge, 3rd Street in Wisconsin, we're lowering that base flood elevation down to 609.49. We've talked through this with the dam here as well too. So with just the proposed dam elevations, we're dropping this another 0.5 foot almost. If the dam and Ridge Road restrictions are removed, we get down to 608.63. And with the Norfolk Southern Bridge removed, we get down to 607.54-ish. That one's estimated, I will say. What we've worked with the city and the county on is that there's no point in building this roadway or the roadway all the way up to an elevation that doesn't necessarily need to be there if there's other improvements that are coming down the road as part of that flood mitigation study here. So our original cost estimate on this project was 6.3 million. We've since revised this scope of work to remove that roadway elevation, and we're coming in right about $5 million here. So the city and county are requesting 50% of the construction funds here. I talked about that revised scope there, but we are anticipating to open bids in mid-July for this project. That'll open up any questions that you guys may have. Unless Dwayne and Alex, anything on your guys' end would you like to add?
As far as the bridge goes, right now, at Wisconsin Street Bridge over Lake George, that's the county's #1 priority as far as bridge replacement. That's the worst bridge we have. It is in serious condition. Like I said, it's posted for 12 tons. So it is a serious need of attention. And right now we got that on a 12-month inspection frequency. So that bridge gets a lot of attention, a lot of inspection. We keep close eye on that. So it does need to be addressed. And just for some historical purposes, I was standing on that bridge in 2008 when that flood came through. And so this has been a long process, but it's going to relieve a lot of flooding for a big segment of northeast Lake County. It's a very needed project.
I'll just add that also since 2008 and all the improvements of the bridges throughout town that we haven't seen that flooding on Wisconsin Street. So the improvements that have been occurring have been helping significantly. So we thank everybody that's been in support of those projects.
When you said the Norfolk and Southern, is that the bridge that's south of 3rd Street?
Correct. Yeah, just right behind City Hall.
Are they going to rebuild that?
So that was added into the Hobart Dam presentation last week as an alternate, just to kind of show last month, that what the impacts of that bridge were to remove that obstruction. So that one's not an elevation issue; it's a width opening.
Has the Norfolk and Southern been approached to do this or no? So this is just this, maybe you,
Us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we redid the railroad bridge that was north of Ridge, that opened everything up.
Correct. And if we change the dam width, if we don't change it, you don't want to open up more water to that situation because then downtown Hobart will flood.
So the estimate that you're throwing out there, the 6.3 mil, is that just for the bridge alone, or does that include approaches up to the bridge?
That's the roadway and the bridge.
And how far a roadway are you going each direction?
That is from Lakeshore Drive to the railroad track.
So the 20 feet that you show, the 20 feet approach that you show back on the drawing you had up, so that does not include anything. Where is that 20 feet? Okay, there it is, 20.5 on 20.5. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so the opening here is going from 110 feet to 140 feet for the opening on Wisconsin Street.
And it does not include the approach on either side.
Correct.
But the 6.3 mil includes all that.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Mr. Ware.
you mentioned, is it currently overtopped during high water events now?
So the elevation, yes, the low point does overtop. The bridge itself does not overtop at the moment. The roadway approaches overtop. They have not overtopped since the railroad bridge was replaced. So that is kind of the major discussion there, was that we kind of want to see all of the improvements or look at this more holistically before we build up the road just to build up the road.
And the comment also was that this is the number one county priority of all the bridges that the county oversees. This is the number one priority.
Yes, it's rated number one as far as priority for replacement right now, the 186 bridges in inventory and maintain.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
a couple questions. One, part of your master plan, is this part of your master plan for the city? As far as improving that particular, that bridge? And also, what are other funding sources that you have? And you mentioned something about there's further improvement centers coming along. Is that in regards to any kind of commercial or residential development?
Yeah, so the further improvements are the other, the Hobart Dam proposed improvements that you guys heard at the last meeting. Those impact what's going on here from a hydraulic standpoint. So that changes the elevation. If some of those projects do move forward with the dam replacement, Old Ridge Road, and then the Norfolk Southern Bridge, if those do move forward, it reduces the height that we need in order to make sure that road is serviceable during the 100-year event. With the existing improvements that have been made, it already has reduced that elevation by about 3 feet at Wisconsin Street. So, and then as far as master plan within the city, I'm not sure exactly what you're meaning by that.
So usually cities have master plans as far as what their future developments are going to go, as far as improvement and where they're going to do economic development for the city. Now, I'm just curious, once this funding is given to Hobart, will it part of it be to increase the idea of commercial vehicles and commercial and industrial development that's going to create revenue for the city? That's all.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing with Wisconsin Street is it is part of the reason why we've had delays on this thing is because it is such a priority corridor from Ridge Road down to the hospital. So there is a main fiber optic line that runs through there. Indiana American Water has a major transmission line that runs through there that they are also participating in this project. So they are paying for water main replacement as part of this project as well too. So I think it's more about maintaining that safe access or that priority access from Ridge Road through the city down to the hospital.
I'm well familiar with Wisconsin Street Road. It is,
Yeah.
I can see the development, but I also can see what it's going to do for that total city there, as far as total improvement. That's my question.
Sure.
And funding sources, I was going to add,
Yeah.
what other funding sources have you, as a city, from federal government or anybody else?
Yeah, so it is part of our capital improvement plan, and it's along part of the study from 2015 that it's part of the Calumet Basin's master plan to help. We were supporting it locally through our stormwater district, and then it was all coming locally. So that's why we kind of asked for support, because it was a big chunk of our money at the time, and it's a big need and ask. We know, but it's a big project for us, and so we were asking for any help that's available. But we understand it's a big corridor for us. We've got 4 north and south roads that run through town. When we shut this road down, we're gonna have traffic impacts. Everyone's gonna be driving all the way around town just because of this one street being shut down. We recently did Wisconsin Street just south of here, knowing that this was coming up, and it kind of gave us a little preview of what this is gonna look like. And we've had Lincoln Street's another State Route 51 runs north and south, and that road was busy all day, every day. We had traffic jams. Buses were making hard turns out of intersections. So it's a very impactful project to us in Hobart. It's needed for sure. And this county needs it as well for the bridge. So
You got to rate the dam versus the bridge. Which one is a higher priority?
sure.
Which
And
one? The dam?
the dams are probably gonna make the bigger impact on the floodway for sure, but obviously it's their number one bridge. That's
I understand that.
for us. It's when we can repave the road, we can probably do that internally. Need resources, but I think the big thing is the bridge.
Is that a city road or county?
It's a city road.
City road, but county maintained.
County maintains the bridge.
Thank you.
Just one more question. What's the typical useful life for the design of this bridge?
Typical lifespan of a bridge,
For this one that you're designing?
when we're designing, probably 75 years. And I think the current bridge is built in 1970s.
Anyone else?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Ron.
Is, in the presentation, did you call out that the bridge will be a poured-in-place concrete bridge?
We did not, but it will be. Yeah, everything it's a cast in place bridge.
Is there cost benefits to doing it differently, whether it's precast or steel girders, as
It's,
opposed to the labor involved
Yeah.
on site?
The reason why we did go with the cast in place is just because of the roadway profile and with the span lengths that we would need on this project. We would have to raise the road, probably the entire roadway, probably 3 to 4 feet, in order to meet that low member elevation, the low member elevation of the 100-year event here. So that it was cost prohibitive to go to a girder system or a beam system or anything.
Last question. Are you planning on shutting the whole thing down if you guys move forward with the project as far as the roadway? And then what's the timing of this once you guys start going?
Yeah, so the goal is to have the bridge constructed it will be a full closure on this project. Anticipated timing is sometime this late summer, with a complete closure into December, or this construction season here.
So basically it's open next spring.
Right.
It's pretty exciting. Anyone else? Like I said previously, if we have additional questions, Dan may be forwarding to you. Thank you very much. All right. Moving to the next order of business, other issues and new business.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution 2026-11, an interlocal agreement with Lake County for the shared cost of construction services for the replacement of Lake County Bridge number 45-00143, Kennedy Avenue over the Little Calumet River.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
You have a second. Mr. Repay?
So in previous meetings, I told you we had an agreement in principle. This just makes it more concrete in an agreement. They're gonna give us $450,000, thanks to Dwayne, who wrote the interlocal agreement. A year. For 10 years. You wanna give me more? $450,000 a quarter? So they're helping us out a lot on Kennedy, and we thank the commissioners and Dwayne for helping out in the cause, so. To sort of memorialize that, was it on the commissioner's agenda today or no? That's all right, we'll have to get on someone I know to get it on the agenda, I guess, right? I know what the family discussion will be this weekend.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, the project in total is $15 million.
And we're
Two-year
we've
project.
already started it. And
Yep.
I wanna say thank you to the commissioners and the county for helping us out with this. We really appreciate the gesture.
Great project.
So we have a motion and a second, Mrs. Lambert?
Pat Mushinski,
Yes.
Dave Castellanos.
Yes.
Ron Ware,
Yes.
Jenny Forsberg. Yes. Robert Ochi,
Yes.
Katie Fesco. Yes. Levon Whitaker.
Yes.
So next item up is 10B.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the executive director to advertise for bids on the Martin Luther King Drive culvert replacement project.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. Mr. Repay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it from my seat if I can. You're looking at a photo right now of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is on the right-hand side. This photo was actually taken today. We were taking drone pictures of the river and its current status. So this is Martin Luther King. This is the outfall of Ironwood pump station right here. If you can, let's see if I can zoom in and it'll catch up. But you see these two half circles are the actual culverts that are collapsing and encroaching on the actual road here. If these collapse or fully collapse, there is no way for the water to make it east to Pern's waterway. So pretty important. We sent this over to the city for their comments. They have had none yet. So we would just ask to go out to bid for this project.
So this authorization to advertise bids for the Martin Luther King Drive culvert replacement. That's
Yes.
Lambert.
Tom Shinsky,
Yes.
Dave Castellanos,
Yes.
Ron Ware,
Yes.
Jenny Orford. Yes. Robert Ochi,
Yes.
Katie Fesco. Yes. Levon Whitaker.
Yes.
Next item up is 10C.
Motion to approve an agreement with Delta 3 for Kaiser Ditch clearing from US Route 30 to 73rd Ave in Maryville at the daily rate of $7,000.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Mr. Repay.
Once again, I've got on the screen the aerial from Lake County GIS system. This blue line is Kaiser Ditch. Kaiser from US 30 is here all the way to 73rd. You see, I mean, it's very tight quarters between these houses. It's a priority for the town of Maryville, which I was hoping they would be here as well. It's also a priority for the Lake County Drainage Board. Their goal is to actually design the bank stabilization work after we clear it. But right now there is a lot of material, brush, trees in this area that need to be cleared before they can even work on doing the stabilization. Stabilization will be a lot like what we do in Hard Stitch with riprap and reinforcement. So it's not as steep as Hard Stitch, but it is close quarters to a lot of the folks that live there. You see where it extends. It goes past US 30 to a point just by 97th and Whitcomb. So this is the entire drainage area that it is responsible for.
Is that a regulated drain?
It is a regulated drain. I would imagine in the fall, probably in the winter time, we'll get a proposal from Lake County for the either construction of it once it's designed.
Any other questions? Got a motion and a second? Ms. Lambert?
Tom Shinsky,
Yes.
Dave Castellanos.
Yes.
Ron Ware,
Yes.
Jenny Orford.
Yes.
Robert Ochi,
Yes.
Katie Fesco.
Yes.
Levon Whitaker.
Yes.
The last order of business is item number 10D.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to approve resolution 2026-12, declaring an emergency for phase 5 of the Hard Ditch Stream Bank Stabilization Project.
Have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Mr. Repay.
Yes, on the screen is just a local traffic report. Still in eastbound 94 is still closed in the inbound lane. So those of you traveling that way, be wary. Hard Ditch Stabilization, 5th phase is a project has gotten worse after this rain event. Trees have fallen, backyard. We've got 4 emails and text messages and everything else from neighbors and residents in that area about between the wind and the high elevations. I think you'll see in the document at one point there was 15,000. Normally, I think it's 150 gallons per second go through an area that's just south of here or just north of here. during the height of this last storm was 15,000 gallons. So the water has been moving, it's been deteriorating, and I think the need to expedite is probably warranted. And after this all settles down, I'm sure we'll see more damage than what we could visually see right now when we've been in their backyards. So I would ask.
We're out there working currently. Not today.
Yeah. Yeah, we have phase 4 that's active right now. Phase 5 was the continuation. It terminates at Schoon Ditch and Katy Marsh Ditch, where they both intersect.
Right.
That's the end of phase 5.
Right.
Is that okay there?
Any other questions
Yes.
on the board? Question? No? Lambert,
Matt Roszewski,
yes.
Dave Castellanos.
Yes.
Ron Blair,
Yes.
Jenny Orthburn.
Yes.
Robert Ochi,
Yes.
Katie Fesco, Ron Whitaker.
Yes.
Folks, I think we're done with business. Our next meeting is gonna be Wednesday, July 15th, unless we have one before that, but hopefully, the rain stops and we can start getting, things moving again. With that said, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're done.